This tweet is really funny to me because he thinks this is such a big bombshell I'm dropping. But it's like, yeah, no fucking shit, dude. Of course he was on the Epstein list. He was practically best friends with the guy. This tweet is only significant because now it's one of the biggest Trump dick riders of all time coming out and admitting it. But it's also like, dude, you're also in the Epstein files. What are you talking about? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Antifascist Atlas. Happy Pride Month. My name is Francis, and I am so pleased to finally announce that politics are officially funny again. A couple of days ago, Elon Musk announced that his time at Doge was coming to a close. So sad. And since then, headlines absolutely wild, okay? First, you got the Trump White House leaking to the New York Times that Elon Musk has a debilitating ketamine addiction. Then you have the Trump administration literally giving Elon Musk the soy Redditor key. No, I'm not fucking joking. Then there was the mysterious black eye that Elon had during a press conference. And then the conspiracy about Elon Musk cucking Steve Bannon. Absolutely wild stuff. Oh my god. But what seemed like a somewhat smooth and clean breakup escalated into an all-out war between the Elon camp and the Trump White House. And I have to say, I'm absolutely loving it. I mean, I don't know about you folks, but seeing right-wingers fight amongst themselves is like chicken soup for the soul. I'm like a vampire that feeds off of the tears of conservatives and also Yuri. So this feud started heating up a couple of days ago with Elon Musk heavily criticizing the big beautiful bill, the massive spending package that Trump is trying to ram through Congress right now. He hates it because of the massive amount of money the bill allocates to government spending. I also happen to hate the big beautiful bill, but for different reasons. But things don't really kick off here until two things happen. The first thing is Trump pulls Elon Musk's pick for the head of NASA. You know, he also conveniently happened to have ties to SpaceX, but that's not important. And the second incident was when the media asked Trump about Elon's criticism of the spending bill, and here's what he had to say.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. I was surprised because you were here. Everybody in this room practically was here as we had a wonderful send-off. He said wonderful things about me. You couldn't have nicer. Said the best things. He's worn the hat. Trump was right about everything. And I am right about the great, big, beautiful bill.
And I guess this was the shot heard around the world because things just went nuclear after that. Elon starts tearing into Trump on Twitter, and then Trump fires back on Truth Social. And like, Elon's tweets are so funny to me because half of them are him quote tweeting Republican officials from like the Tea Party era, talking about eliminating the national debt in like 2013, right? And being like, I agree with this guy. Like, his sarcasm is the same stupid tone as Occupy Democrats being like, Trump said he was pro-choice in 2003. Now he wants to overturn Roe v. Wade. Like if you think Trump is a massive hypocrite. As if it's some sort of massive own to point it out or that people actually care. Like, yeah, congratulations. You've realized that the right wing is totally comprised of hypocritical grifters. You've realized it about 10 years too late, though. Trump's tweets are sadly less funny. I mean, he really fell off, not gonna lie. He used to be a top-tier tweeter. Now it's just sad. What is really funny to see from him is how he's been talking to the media about this, though. I'm not even thinking about Elon. He's got a problem. The poor guy's got a problem. But I'm not even thinking about him. Very similar to the way how people in breakups are like, I don't even think about my ex anymore. Whatever, dude. She didn't mean anything to me anyways. Like, obviously lying and trying to act nonchalant. It's so funny. I don't care, but also, I'm getting rid of my Tesla. Not because I care or anything, liberal. I just think they're bad vehicles. They're like tin crayons, they crumble. But this isn't just a Twitter and Truth Social beef. These two men may act like complete narcissistic children, because they are, but they're also two of the most powerful men on earth. So when they fight, the ways in which they retaliate against each other are very destructive and messy, which is good for the left, admittedly. This is exactly the type of obstruction and infighting we want to see. Trump, for instance, threatened on Truth Social, to cut Elon's subsidies and contracts worth billions of dollars, and then Elon retaliated in kind by just announcing that hey guys, we're decommissioning the Dragon spacecraft, which is basically essential for keeping the astronauts on the International Space Station alive. So without it, the International Space Station's just kind of fucked. Go ahead and make my day. Like, you're so fucking corny, dude. He later took this statement back, but that could have had massive consequences, obviously. Also, we have Elon then saying that Trump is in the Epstein files, which we talked a little bit about. It's funny. But also it means that the beef has gotten real messy and personal. So what are the political ramifications for America's favorite gay couple breaking up? Well, that really all depends on the staying power this feud has. If these two continue to hold a massive grudge until next year, then perhaps there's a chance this thing actually impacts the midterm elections. Yeah, so I kind of have my doubts about this now because Elon and Trump now seem to be bonding over their shared love of shooting journalists with rubber bullets and tear-gassing peaceful protesters. Fuck ICE, by the way. Fuck Trump's little wannabe Gestapo. Solidarity to the people of LA. Stay fucking strong. That's not because there's some sort of substantial chunk of Trump's base that is beholden to Elon Musk. Obviously not. He's not very charismatic. He polls worse than Trump, obviously, and besides a few Groiper Tech Bros accounts on Twitter, some of them being Ian Miles Chong, who doesn't even live in America, he doesn't have much of a base of support. At the very least, not without Trump. But Elon is the richest man on the planet. He has a net worth of hundreds of billions of fucking dollars, and with that amount of money comes the ability to sway elections. Thanks, Citizens United. There's a chance he puts money into trying to primary a few MAGA Republicans, and then he tries to replace them with the classic Tea Party era Republicans like, Joe Walsh or whatever. Now, some people are speculating that Elon Musk is gonna run all the way to the Democratic Party and try and do a grift there, like maybe out of hatred for Donald Trump, or maybe out of a need to maintain relevancy. I don't really think that will be happening, though. I mean, I can't see him running to the Democratic Party. I think that he's too trapped in his alt-right frame of mind, right, for that sort of thing. But what I can see him trying to do is to create some sort of centrist party slop bullshit, like the stuff that Andrew Yang made with the Forward Party.
The love life of Jay Schlatt, Andrew Yang, and a bowl of chicken.
Is this a video essay? Wow.
See, currently pinned on his Twitter, or at least it was pinned at the time of recording this video, is a poll where he asks, is it time to create a new political party in America that represents the 80% in the middle? Because he's burning bridges with the right, he's already completely trashed his reputation with liberals. The only place left to run for him is the center. Horseshoe centrism time. Let's fucking go. That's my favorite form of centrism, really.
Well, if you think about it, there was really no difference between them having civil rights and not having civil rights.
I mean, I don't know exactly what this would look like, but like, he's not going back to the left, dude. He's literally, he's like addicted to like 4chan and fucking, Twitter has just become 4chan. If he decides to go ahead with this horseshoe centrist type grift, then maybe he decides to, I don't know, put money into midterm races against Republicans that are too pro-Trump for him or too pro-big government for him. But any way you slice it, right-winger infighting can be nothing but good for the opposition party. It's unproductive, obstructive, and a party that fights like that constantly will be seen by the voters as, a party that can't govern. So, I don't know. Maybe some voters are going to change their mind about Trump over this. But who can really say right now? And I know my audience isn't the group of people that need to hear this. But whatever grift he decides to cook up next, please don't fall for it. He's still a terrible human being. He's still a Nazi. He's still treating his trans daughter like shit. His legacy at the White House is going to be, as the New York Times put it, disease, starvation, and death. So keep that in mind. Anyway, that's all I got for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed laughing at these idiots. I should have some Pride Month content coming out later this month, so look forward to that. If you want to see more content like this, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. It would mean the world to me. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!